Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy, and I want to talk to you today about whatnot. We are heading into the fourth quarter, and should you do whatnot? Should you not do whatnot? Just kind of an update on whatnot, the status of the site, and the like. One thing that I would suggest you not do if you're interested in whatnot is check out Reddit or check out the Facebook group. Primetime Treasure Hunter started it. I guess he's not running it anymore, but you'll see a lot of negative stories out there, and especially on Reddit, they'll be calling this scam out, that scam out, this scam out, that scam out, and when you get down to it, if true, most of these scammers, I'd say every scammer I've ever seen, is either a breaker, which means they open packs up on camera and you buy into a team, luxury goods, clothing, or down in the Pokemon trading card section, or coins. There are scammers and coins too, according to them. Now, one of the things that they say are scammers are if you hype up your item in order to get bids. Well, as long as you're being honest about what the item is, you kind of want to get the most money out of it. And just because, you'll see some people out there, oh, you could buy it for $10 on eBay and people are paying 15. That's not being a scammer. You're just selling something, and maybe for whatever reason the people don't want to search eBay, they get caught up in the auction, whatever it is. That's not a scam. If somebody overpays, that's on them. As long as you were honest about what it is, that's on them. That's like saying that a high-end store is a scammer because they want $80 for something you can find at Marshall's for $35. No, you just happen to be at the high-end store. That's just the way it is. What are you going to do? But should you sell on whatnot? I'm seeing more and more people that are basically dropping out of whatnot and only doing special events. Special events are basically trains where you get a whole bunch of people together who sell a similar item, and they'll have a theme auction, whether it's ephemera, whether it's all books. Maybe the books will be all historical books. Maybe the books will be all art books, whatever the case happens to be. And I'll start selling, and when I'm done, I'll send. There's a feature on whatnot called Raid. I'll send all of my viewers over to your show, and you do your show, and it's a timed show, half hour usually, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. You'll do your show, and then you'll pass them all on to the next person, and so on. And there are people out there that just do the trains because they feel that's all that's worth their money. You do have the built-in audience and everything going through. And there's nothing wrong with doing the trains. In fact, I would suggest, especially if you're starting out, get in as many trains as you possibly can. It's a good way to get your name out, and it is a good name to get followers, have people buy things from you, and you do a good service. They'll come back to your next show. It's almost like a marketing type deal as well. Because, this person buys that. Hey, if you like that, you got to come to my show 3 weeks from now, or I'm going to put out that other stuff up because I have similar stuff. So trains are definitely worth doing. There's no doubt at all about it. However, I think that the day-to-day auctions are also worth doing. Now, you're not going to get rich off of them, and you have to have the right expectations going in. And I think that's the problem a lot of people have is they don't have the right expectations going in. It is a site that you are generally going to move a fair amount of merchandise, and that's what it comes down to. And anybody who watches our channel regularly knows I don't have any problem at all getting merchandise. Selling the merchandise is a different story because I pick up more than I can handle. Whatnot has been a godsend to me. The last time I looked at my sales numbers over there, I had sold 6,000 items. I got to be coming up close to 7,000 items on the site that I've moved. So I've definitely, been through the good, the bad. It's a much better site than it used to be as far as it rarely glitches now. It used to glitch quite a bit. Doesn't glitch very much any longer. And as you grow, I'm up over 2,000 followers at this point. People will come to my shows no matter what. They'll throw pre-bids on stuff and so on. So I'm happy with the site, definitely. But one thing that I have definitely noticed, and this will probably help you as well if you're thinking about doing it or if you are on there, I generally have shows out 3 weeks now, sometimes up to a month out. So I will have my shows scheduled 3 weeks to a month out from when I'm doing a given show. I find that that's helping me tremendously because A, I do have the shows already listed. You come in, you say, hey, do you happen to have? I'll say, yep, I got that coming up in a show. Should be probably 2 weeks from now. Do check it out. Do pre-bid. And I can drive traffic to future shows by having so many shows listed. The other thing that I'm noticing, the quality of my merchandise is definitely improving. And the reason why is because I'm so far out. When I had the day job, I was scrambling around trying to fill a show. Oh my goodness, I got a book show next Thursday. I got to get some books together. Oh, here's a pile, here's a pile, here's a pile. Oh, I'll just throw them all up. And it was just, had a lot of fluff in the given auction and wasn't a particularly good auction. I mean, I sold stuff and that's great. And I found good homes. That's great. But it wasn't a particularly good auction. If you are set up a month out, well, then you can make really good auctions, because if I'm set up a month out and I go to a sale this morning and they've got 8 books there for, it's half price days that are 50 cents a piece. Hey, these are decent books. Well, all of a sudden I've got 8 items for an auction a month from now. And if I go to another sale 3 days from now and I find another 8 decent items, well, all of a sudden that auction has a lot of really good items in it, and it's way in advance. So you're not getting those 8 items and building 30 fluff items around it. No, all 38, 40, 45 items in your auction are better items because you're shopping far enough in advance to be able to build up a good auction. So if you're on there, bite the bullet, put in a long weekend and get as many items, sales up as you possibly can. And then you'll find that your auctions will definitely improve, because you're offering better stuff up. Better stuff you have, more clients you have, more customers you have, the better your next auction will be, and so on. And that takes time to get to that point, but you just have to get far enough ahead. So make the time, get far enough ahead, and I think you'll find that Whatnot is really a site that's worthwhile selling at. Hit the like button if you could, and we'll see you next video.